Badminton has been graced with some of the finest sporting talents the world has ever witnessed. None more so than in men's singles. From All England legend Rudy Hartono in the 70s to today's double world champion Chen Long, these are badminton icons who have defined their generations through winning displays that have captured the fans' imagination. For the past decade, Malaysia's Lee Chong Wei is among the very few who has been mesmerizing badminton fans. Amassing 60 career titles to date, the superstar has perched himself at the top of the world rankings for close to 7 years. An astonishing CV for a man who's only demanded nothing but the best from himself.
If you want to be successful, you have to depend on yourself. The coach can only force you to train, but if you don't put in effort, you won't improve. You need to depend a lot on yourself.
We spoke to one of the game's greatest players as the 33-year-old gears up for the big season ahead at the Malaysian national team's training centre in Kuala Lumpur. Since coming back from suspension last year, the former world number one feels that he's been given a new lease of life.
In late April, I was informed that I can compete again from the 1st of May. I was so excited. It was like going back to when I was 18 years old, preparing for my first international tournament. The ban was 8 months, so I was looking forward to my first match after the long break. It took some time to find the rhythm and pace again. I wasn't 100% at first. Be it fitness or getting back momentum, I was only at 60%. Fortunately, it got better after every game.
The layoff also meant that Malaysians' world ranking dropped drastically. From occupying the number one spot, Lee was left languishing well outside the top 100 in men's singles when he made his comeback at the Sudirman Cup last year. Making up ground was never going to be easy, but rallied by people around him, Lee persevered.
After the Sudirman Cup, I played in the SEA Games. My first individual competition was the US Open, and I was ranked world number 183 then. Every time I look at it, I'll be in disbelief. From world number one, I've dropped to 183. How on earth would I be able to reach the top 10 in the shortest possible time? But my coach consoled and advised me to take one step at a time.
Lee's patience paid off handsomely. He went on to clinch the US Open title before carrying the winning momentum to another triumph in Canada. At the BWF World Championships in Jakarta, Lee waltzed his way to the runner-up spot despite being unseeded. A hat-trick of World Superseries titles followed, and in the space of 6 months, the Malaysian shot himself back up to the top 5 in the world rankings, capping off an amazing 2015.
I had never thought that I would be able to fight back to become world number 4 in such a short time. From 183, I had never expected myself to rise to world number 4 within 6 months. I had given myself time till January 2016 to reach the top 16. Then tried to catch up again from there. So it was quite unexpected to reach the top 10 last year. With the ups and downs I've gone through, I'm happy with my performance.
2016 is set to be a huge year for badminton, with the Rio Olympics on the horizon. It can't get any bigger than this for Lee as he tries to wrest away the gold medal from Chinese superstar Lin Dan. The two have developed an intriguing career rivalry, with Lin perhaps edging Lee in terms of winning the big tournaments. This, plus the weight of an entire country's hopes squarely on the Malaysians' shoulders, Lee has learned to take it all in his stride.
People always ask why Lin Dan plays better than me at major competitions. I agree that he does, but that's partly because the pressure he's under isn't as great as mine. If he loses, China still has men's doubles, mixed doubles, women's singles, and women's doubles to count on. But for Malaysia, most of the time, I'm the only one who advances to the finals. Sometimes, the rest don't even make it to the quarterfinals, so the pressure I face is huge. It makes me more eager to win, and that affects my game. Since last year, I have a new approach. I don't want to give myself too much pressure as I'm nearing retirement. I just want to enjoy the game.
Lee will be 34 in October, but to suggest his best days are over before the upcoming Summer Games is premature. The father of two has already drawn up a game plan as he bids to stay on course for perhaps his final shot at glory on the biggest sporting stage.
As one of the older players, I'm already 33 years old, so naturally, I recover slower than the younger players. I'll usually work out a strategy with the coaches. From January to May, we'll definitely compete in more competitions, but once the seeding is confirmed after 1st of May, we'll cut down on the tournaments and focus on the preparations for Rio. Everyone's wish is to win the gold medal, but to me, no matter what my result is, I'll accept it. Because winning the Olympic gold medal is everybody's dream. It's not just me. I think any Malaysian citizen would hope for me to win the gold medal and return home with glory.
From winning titles to fighting off adversity, Lee Chong Wei has provided the blueprint on what it takes to be a true champion. He is Malaysia's undisputed badminton king, and he also reigns supreme in the heart of fans around the world.